For this lesson, we are going to be solving equation word problems, and every one is going to have to do with the perimeter of a playing field or soccer field. But these are going to be the steps that we're going to follow, and these steps really would be for solving any word problems. You really should define your variable. You should write an equation. You should solve the equation, of course, and then answer the question. So for these perimeter word problems, yes, of course, we're going to read the problem, and then we're going to go ahead, and I like to draw a picture and label it. So let's look at question number 1. A rectangular playground is 75 feet longer than it is wide. It is enclosed with a 350 feet fencing. Find the dimensions. Okay, well, let's start by marking the text. First of all, this is really important. You have a rectangle, and the playground is 75 feet longer than its width. It is enclosed with a 350 feet fence. So we are going to find the dimensions. So I say, and yes, I am not an artist, but I'm going to start off by drawing a rectangle. And when I draw my rectangle, even though I don't draw things perfectly, we know that opposite sides are equal. So it says the 75 feet longer than its width. So that means my width is just going to be an X. And I have 2 of them. And my length is going to be X plus 75. And again, we know we have 2 of them. So now when it says it's enclosed with 350 feet of fencing, that's giving us the perimeter. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write this as an addition problem, and then I'm going to make it equal to 350. Well, let's count how many X's we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write 4X. And we do have a 75 and a 75. And when you add that together, that is equal to 150. And remember, they told us that the fence enclosure is 350 feet. Well, you should know by now that you have to always add or subtract first. So we're going to subtract that 150 from both sides of the equation, and that cancels out. So I get 4X is equal to 200. Again, we're going to, opposite of multiplication is division. We divide. So we find that X is equal to 50. Okay, well, looking at this, we know that X is going to be equal to 50, and X is our width. So I'm just going to write my width is equal to 50. And remember, it is in feet. There's our first answer. Well, the length that we found, they said, is 75 feet longer. So to find the length, all you're going to do is you're going to take your X plus 75 is equal to your length. So we're just going to add 50 plus 75. And we know that that is equal to 125. So our length is 125 feet. And there are our 2 dimensions of our playground that we needed. All right, so for question number 2, let's read the whole thing. The length of a rectangular soccer field is 6 more than 3 times the width. The perimeter is 412 yards. Find the length and the width. So looking at this, let's mark the text. The length of the soccer field, here's length, is 6 more than 3 times the width. The perimeter is 412 yards. So they want us to find, again, the length and the width. When they say find the dimensions, this is also finding the length times the width. So let's go ahead and let's draw our rectangle. Again, not an artist, but I'm saying that it's a rectangle because it said so. And we know that our opposite sides are equal to each other. So our width is again just x. But they said, we have two of them, they said that the length is 6 more than 3 times the width. So I've got to go ahead and I've got to write a variable expression, and it's going to be 3x plus 6, and again, 3x plus 6. All right, looking at our drawings, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add all my x's together. And there they are. 3 plus 3 is 6, and 2 more is 8. So I'm writing 8x. I see that I have 12 to add to that, and that's going to equal 412. I'm going to go ahead and I will subtract. You always add or subtract to get that variable alone. And we get that 8x, that cancels out, is equal to 400. And finally, this is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So x is going to be equal to 50. Well, remember, our x was our width. So our width is equal to 50 feet, and the length is going to be equal to 3x plus 6. So it's 3 times our 50 plus 6, and we know that that is going to be 156. Oops, I put feet there, but I looked back and guess what? It's yards. Definitely need to double check your units. So my length is going to be 156 yards. And there are my 2 dimensions that we needed for this word problem. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.